On I go.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the
Another
secret of the Absolute.
The disciple will want to see you. Through the main doors.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. Zyril and Keferic are working on some poor worm.
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What?
You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpoles squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
The goblins. They failed me. They failed us all.
You lying little...
And what would you do to those that have failed you?
They are put to death, obviously.
True. Ultimate failure must earn ultimate punishment. Night Warden Minthara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Zyril. Be creative. The true soul who delivered a grove of non-believers into the Absolute's arms. And what do you have to contribute? A pity, then, that her faith was so inadequate. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again.
No! No!
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
You wouldn't hurt me, would ya? We're mates, me and you. Practically family. You won't regret this. Praise the Absolute.
Oh, you exhaust me. Compassion is not a virtue.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
It was an honor to walk the shadows at your side. A little more inviting here, though, eh?
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remembered, but fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. We are erasing her. No, this is our duty.
Peace, sister. Let us observe the true soul's methods. Perhaps we can learn from them. Her mind is yours. Break it.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide, submit, embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. The presence pushes back against your intrusion, expanding to occupy every inch of Minthara's mind, until you are forced out.
Weak. You shouldn't have interfered with our work.
The Drow's mind is resilient even now. Do not be ashamed that you could not break it.
None of you will break me!
Wrong! Hello, Minthara. How do you feel?
Ecstatic. Devoted. Inspired.
Excellent. A job well done, sister.
For the Absolute.
For the Absolute. I serve the Absolute.
Minthara has broken. Find another to break.
Minthara sustains the Absolute. There will be more. Got to press on.
Minthara Bainray.
You were a sheep bloodline. And is you
Minthara's
come to observe, true soul? We are erasing her. Willful, though. But you are right. Whatever is you.
None.
Wrong!
What is this? Pity? Rebellion? Blasphemy? I think not. You're dead.
Let's try this way. You sheep bloodline. And is you
Minthara.
come to observe, true soul? She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. We are erasing her. No.
Peace. Her mind is yours.
Immediately, your mind is swept in. Her torturers are not dominating her. They're destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice. I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. but I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break. Sister, look at her closely.
Minthara, a good little servant does not sulk.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the...
So it is you. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence. I would prefer to make... I will...
Her mind...
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
No! My sister only meant to compliment your delicate work.
Indeed. Seems I have a bit to learn yet. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live. Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now.
Who's next?
I wonder what the next move is.
What is it? What's wrong?
Onward, then.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
You really do have a way with words. What is it? What's wrong?
be kinder, you know? To the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them?
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. If this place ever gets a clear day. I'm afraid but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking it. Baldurs Gate. The army marches overland. Locums need to see her truth, or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much. Nothing of note.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Your mind is full, bursting with... As you bear down on his mind, you feel a tadpole.
Worms. Worms in their heads. Worms all over.
And as quickly as you tore down his defenses, you shore them back up.
Hmm? Oh, trousseau. Another long soon, trousseau. Enjoy the view.
No time to waste.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, trousseau, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo. Baldurs Gate. The army marches over. Look, or they don't, and we send them to meet. Nothing of note.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Your mind, as you bear tadpole.
Worms. Worms. Parasites.
In the hell? Just move on, Arden. You didn't see anything dirty. It shall be done.
What's next? Got to keep moving.
I applaud your taste.
Not this again. Let's go. Forthwith.
With silver tongue.
You're mistaken, surely.
I am not.
But we've seen... what? 5 true souls sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back.
Lightpole squirms and feels a legion of echoes in response. A pattern of blank minds newly born, a sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream, until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
Empty. Void of essence, void of purpose. We cannot allow their birth.
There's no time to waste. This way.
Should they accept the absolute?
Ugh. Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from other gods, won't I? You're mistaken, surely.
What is it? What's wrong?
Soul sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back down from the tower top. Must have been unworthy.
It
can pull the life from someone, but not me.
How grand for you. Draining me dry. I can barely catch a breath.
Check for anything useful.
Yes.
Be kind. Prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the absolute.
Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from other gods, won't I?
Onward in her name.
I'd bruise every traitor's mind and I do.
Apostates must for mercy from other gods, won't I?
I'll give it a try. Let's see what we have here.
What we've seen. 5 true souls sent for an audience.
And not a single one came back down from the tower. Must have been
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed. Excellent. Hers was a difficult mind to erase, no doubt. She was fierce and erratic.
I live to serve.
As loyal as a golem. Use her well.
What is it? What's wrong?
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Anything to hear that voice?
We must press forward. Let's deal with Ketherick, then find Voss in Baldur's Gate. Eager for battle.
Lovely day, this. For now.
My faith protects me.
Hello, my dear. Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6. Well, obviously I would, but you have so many followers already. Well, in that case, I'm all yours. Careful, I bite. Shall we?
Thou walkest alone. On all the... Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. And thus... Fate, dost thou require a new ally, as thou...
Can't afford to stay idle. I'll go this way.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. Moonrise is a den of necromancy, and the most powerful practitioner of the art, is Thorm's closest advisor, Balthazar. He has chambers beside the generals, on the upper floor of the tower. I suspect we will find answers there. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead. I would gladly join you in the fight. Leave one of your other allies here, and I shall. Admirable ambition. But you must make room for me first. Indeed. Ready when you are. Fresh orders?
No time to dally. Onward. Ever onward.
Indolence breeds madness.
What am I to do? Let's try this way.
There can be no respite. Awaiting orders. The path is set.
I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need. As thou... Thou walkest alone. On all the love is no domain of mine, and fate. Dost thou require a new app as thou?
You need my expertise. Reporting.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
By my oath.
There is work to do.
Our enemies still draw breath.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. I must keep going. This way. A long way to go still. No time to waste.
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions. Steel yourself.
I'm ready. Let's get on with it. Onward.
Feed if you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
Meat. Make meat. Eat. Visitors.
Assume nothing.
What's next, I wonder? Have to keep pushing.
Yes, did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear her?
Many
Might be useful.
One soul.
Bloody kill them! What now?
Thoughts.
Who is next?
One mind.
Not if you keep their lips clamped together.
Both of yes. You're drawing attention.
I heard you put in a good word for our mates. Cheers.
Worth a shot?
Wish we was assigned to the war camp. Beer's surely better down there.
I'll see what I can learn.
Look busy if you can, true soul. I hear the disciple ain't long putting idle hands to work.
No food waiting for us. It's barbaric. They got plenty of prisoners for the roasting.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to face an Elder Brain, we could have no better ally than an Illithid. The Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. And if the Gith Prince's suffering is the price of our survival, so be it. I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. The tadpole. The Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked. I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. The necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. One who has mastery over the dead may well be able to help the living cheat it. We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave. No. He is well aware that I would exsanguinate him entirely if he flashed his fangs at me. And while you live, you'll be enslaved to your appetites and hungers. We all feed on something, and if we are deprived of it, we will fight for it. But Astarion is not only bound to his needs and desires, he is still bound to something more powerful. His master, he will only be free when Cazador is dead. And that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well. I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture. I did. She told me that she has nothing to teach that cannot be learned through observation of her prowess in combat. Perhaps she is right. She certainly cuts a striking figure in battle. There is a precision to her ferocity that I admire. To one who only sees the surface of things, perhaps. You should look deeper. There is a fanaticism in the Lolth Swarm that lends itself to chaos. They turn their blades on one another as readily as on outsiders. The Gith have stricter hierarchies and stronger commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training. The wizard? No. Their mastery of the weave is commendable, but they are poor conversationalists. In my experience, they do not usually live long enough to make the effort of befriending them worthwhile. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads them to combust while experimenting with the limits of magic. Our wizard is already in a state of suspended combustion, thanks to that orb between his ribs.
Perhaps I can pawn it off as a luck.
You wish to consult me?
Araj O'Blodra, trader in blood and the sanguineous arts. It is a pleasure to stand before a true soul and your pale companion. I'd like to offer my services, if you're willing. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, Research, naturally. A little experimentation, perhaps. I have an innate curiosity for all things sanguine. Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. Although perhaps there's one more thing we could discuss. Your friend. He's a vampire, no? Or one of their spawn, at least.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. I assume he belongs to you? I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank. I can't say. It just smells wrong. Unnatural. Drinking it wouldn't kill me, but it would not be pleasant.
I don't have all day, true soul.
Fine. I'll do it. Darling, I've had a sudden change of heart. After all, who could resist such a delectable neck? Hold very, very still.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, hells.
Not your taste.
You're fetid, full of corruption.
I feel exquisite, though. So here's my part of the bargain. I hope you find it as satisfying as I found this. It was everything I imagined, and then more. I'll be able to put this to good use.
Maggots will be done. Alas, time for chatter.
Araj Baldurs. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. Goodness, no. Nothing so unsanitary. The Baldurs...
You realize why the name rings familiar. House of Baldurs was purged a century ago by an alliance of rival drow houses. Among the many crimes tallied against them, their reckless experimentation with illithid breeding stock.
Blessed by the Absolute, but not blinded by it. Now I simply must study you. The beings you speak of have no use for gods, and yet here we stand in a church of their making. Unless they are not the makers, but simply the means, wouldn't that be a secret worth knowing? So let me adjust my offer. Your blood and your silence, in exchange for the potions I mention, and a tidy pile of gold besides. Well, that's why we're trading, no? I assure you, the potions are more than worth their weight. No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. A little pain for a lot of gold. And there we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Araj Baldurs. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. Thankfully, I wasn't in it. My cousins did like to boast about their view over the Claw Rift. And now their bones decorate the bottom. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep... Well, it'll start just a little pain. There we are.
My faith will guide me. There's no time to waste.
Only he had gone further.
Bugger that. Too much there.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, just a little pain. There we are. Tremors, like a child at her first ileatry. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in— Oh? Well, I'm afraid I have quite enough. If you know of any other true souls willing to aid my research, though, do send them my way. Come back anytime. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
My faith will guide me.
Assume nothing.
Come back anytime.
action, not reaction. No time to dally. I'll take this way.
Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen.
My faith protects me.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back and...
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back.
Action, not reaction.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back. Welcome back, true soul.
Fate, dost thou require a new app as the...
Blackets will be done.
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
Indolence breeds madness.
Come back anytime. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Anytime. Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope. Come back